Hi there, this is Peter, and today we're going to do a sprint review for sprint 41. So let's have a look at what has been done. Made a quick summary over here. We're lagging a bit behind, so I'm going to do a couple of sprint review recordings in a row. So for this one, we noticed that there was a little bit of a performance issue when retrieving data for social quests, especially when loading the widget. So we changed this into a way where we, for public users, obtain all the data without user data. As soon as you sign in, we make requests for those social quests independently, and this is actually an approach that we will extend for the other quest types as well. It will clean up the controller a little bit. Not very noticeable in the front end, but again better from a performance perspective. Then there were a couple of awesome new features, which we also created a tutorial for. I will link it in the description. For that we need to go to the developer section in the campaign dashboard. So over here you can now create your API credentials. With those credentials you can instantiate our Thanks Network SDK, downloadable on NPM. Developers know what to do with this. Once you have done that, with only a very few lines of code, you will be able to generate identities. Those identities are unique strings that eventually represent a user in your database. We connect it to the account in our database. This allows you to do something cool, which is basically the second part of this feature, and that's register events for those users. So as soon as you have stored the identity for one of your users in your database, you can, for example, ping our system to let us know that this user did a sign up or did a level up or made a marketplace purchase, you name it. As soon as you push those events to our system, we will collect them for your campaign in our database, and then you will be able to create custom quests for those event types. I don't have them here, but the sign up event would have shown here, and then I can select it, and it will be a requirement for people that want to complete this quest. In order to do so, they obviously also need to connect their identity, but to get into those details, I would rather refer you to the tutorial that explains it a little bit more in detail. The same event approach is also applicable to daily quests. Also here you can assign an event type that is a requirement for the user to complete his daily quest and collect his points. So that's it for events and identities. This actually resulted into a big refactor of our SDK. We can view it here. We also updated the README quite extensively, so it should be clear now what a developer is able to do with those things. Here you see the stuff that we just discussed. We also improved or allow you to use the SDK to load the widget, so you can do so with this simple script tag that's also available here. If you want to do it differently, then you can use this Thanks widget class in your single page application. I think it was added later, but by now you can also specify a container selector. This is a div in your website, which will be used to load the iframe of the widget application. And this gives you a lot of freedom to actually theme it and embed it a little bit better within your website. The identities that we just discussed, you can also pass into this widget to connect them to the account that eventually signs in or signs up through that widget. A lot of data migration obviously had to happen. We added quest expiries to all the events. Not sure if this was there yet, but when you create a cap quest, you can now set an end date, and as soon as that date has been met, it will no longer show in your public quest overview in your campaign. So this allows you to build a little bit of importance for your quests and push people to start completing it. Let's see, that's quest expiries. I skipped this one on purpose because we're going to demo it in a bit. Oh, and this actually is related to the container selector that I've just shown in this README. For this you can obviously create your own button, then specify this container in something that shows as soon as you click that button, and in that way you can build your whole custom widget launcher. Yeah, and then this task was a bit of an aggregate for a lot of functionality that has been built into the new Discord bot. Previously we had Discord channel webhooks that you could provide in our dashboard over here at integrations. And then as soon as a participant of your campaign would complete a quest, we would publish a message about that in that specific Discord channel. But by now we're utilizing the bot for it. So let me quickly fetch a campaign where the bot is active. Our own, in this case, these are the events that we are currently able to publish. So as soon as a new quest is added, it will be published in this channel in our Discord server, and as soon as a quest is completed, the same thing will happen. Also for this one, we have a more elaborate tutorial on how those things should be set up and how it eventually works. But I can give you a quick peek over here in our own quest channel. So these are all users in our campaign that actually complete quests, and the benefit of this is that other people will see this in your Discord server and will be able to start completing those quests as well. Onboard to your campaign hopefully gives you a little growth in the amount of participants for your campaign. So yeah, sprint 41 that was, I think it was even in the last year. Sprint 42 was a very short one. It would focus on a couple of small things right after the holidays, and I will record a separate screen request for that one. So thanks for your attention, and see you in the next one. Bye.